This is a collab video with the wonderful Smacy on YouTube, who I've loved for a long time. And one of the reasons I love her is because she has no filter. And she says exactly what she thinks, and she does what she says, and she means what she says, and she's a wonderful person to follow. We're gonna show you that you've been doing your makeup wrong. And we are beauty gurus, so we obviously know what we're talking about. And you should obviously listen to us at every turn. And you will never be beautiful unless you do exactly what we say. So let's just hop right into it. Make sure that you always fill in your pores, because as a beauty guru, it's very important for you to know that I am a wonderful person and I have poreless skin. And make sure if you have a camera in front of you that it will blur your skin. That's always very important. I don't have that yet because I don't make enough money for that yet. You can only be beautiful if you have full coverage. If you erase every inch of the uniqueness about your skin and you completely cover it up, that is the only possible way that you can be beautiful. So I'm just going to show you how not to do, that's definitely how not to do your makeup, getting your hair all over it. I'm going to show you how not to do your makeup by putting on a medium coverage that will let my skin breathe a little bit, that will show my flaws slightly. You can see any of those flaws, like spider veins or freckles or dark circles. See, doesn't that look horrible? Also, if you have dark circles, make sure that you color correct. If you don't color correct and the world can see that you're human and that you live a life that is not of luxury, and maybe you have a job and children and you go out in the world and you have dark circles because you only get 4 hours of sleep sometimes, no, that's not okay. You can only be a valued member of society if you cover those up. Another way of doing it wrong, just so you can see, is you really should always use a sponge, and you shouldn't really use a concealer brush or your finger. Sponge really is just going to give you that flawlessness. Now remember, this is all about being flawless, because people in life should never have flaws, especially if you see them on Instagram or YouTube. You should know that that's someone that you should aspire to be because they are flawless. Is this sarcasm coming across? Because I want to make sure that this is not being taken seriously. You should always do the opposite of the actual natural nature of your skin. If it's oily, you should make sure that you do not in any way enhance that oil. And if you have dry skin, you should never ever do anything mattifying. You should make sure you're always glowing if you're dry, and if you're oily, you should make sure that you always get rid of any trace of that, and you should never look like you have any shine to your skin at all. We're just gonna skip ahead, put on some eyeshadow primer. You definitely should use eyeshadow primer, and there's no possible time that you shouldn't. Actually, I have been going eyeshadow free for the last week and it's been beautiful. And you see this, you guys? Do you know what my husband says to me? He says he loves this. He says he loves it. It's perfect. I don't hate this. There's nothing inherently wrong with this. You don't have to cover it up if you don't want to. Now, I'm just going to today, for the sake of this video, because we're going to do some other steps. But just remember, there's absolutely nothing wrong with your actual skin showing through. I just took a break from the sarcasm there for a second. Now remember, we all have to be Kim Kardashian. We all have to have those cheekbones. We have to be carved out, we have to be chiseled, no matter if you have like a round face that's usually like very beautiful and cherub-like. That's not good. You can't look like that. Don't you know that? You need to contour. So I'm doing it wrong, so I'm not going to contour at all today. No cream contouring, no powder contouring, just my actual face shape. How is that for a novel idea? Literally, I almost can't believe that I haven't set my face, because that is actually a makeup don't for me, but we'll see how it ends up looking. Isn't it interesting that we've gotten to a place in the beauty community where we judge each other and we judge ourselves based on the shape of our eyebrows? I'm going to do it to how I think it looks nice, but that doesn't mean that is more valuable than somebody who has different eyebrows or that struggles with doing eyebrows. If you can't do eyebrows for shit, you're not a bad person. You must carve out your eyebrows. It's absolutely imperative that there is no messiness under here, because that would end the world. Evidence say all products will be listed down below, and also they will have links. They will have affiliate links, because that's why I'm here for you. I'm here to sell you stuff. I'm here to make sure that your collection blows up as big as mine, and that I get a part of that. That's why I'm here. Also, make sure that you use my code. Everything that's on my face will have a code, and if you use that, that means that I like you better than my other subscribers. Now, it's also very important that you follow color theory, that you do not mix warm colors with cool colors. That would just be disastrous. We're gonna continue this little parody, we will, but just for a sec, because I think this is getting a little tired, and I think you guys are smart enough where you get the idea. There's no reason for me to continue on with this sarcasm. You get what's going on. I see smart, funny people in my comment section every day that contribute, that have value, that maybe that have told me even that you struggle. You struggle, you think that, you know, I can do something better than you can. Who the hell cares if I can? That does not make me better than you. Let's be honest, those of us that have channels, we have a fair amount of narcissism. That's been on my mind for a while, and it's true. I can be definitely a little bit self-centered sometimes. And, you know, I think that comes with putting yourself on YouTube. There's nothing, there's nobody that's on YouTube that doesn't have a certain amount of vanity. Let's just put it that way. But there's definitely different levels of it. But it doesn't matter if you can do your makeup as well as the big beauty gurus or even the small beauty gurus. It does not matter. Your value is not held in how conventionally beautiful you are. So when Smacy and I had this idea to do this video, it was, first of all, she inspires me all the time. I love, like I said at the beginning of this video, how she just says what she thinks, and she has a backbone about it, and that is inspiring to me. It's inspiring to me, especially with all these My Truth videos out there. You know that these My Truth videos are not necessarily all about truth. They might be for some. They might be for some that are putting them out, but there's so many that are doing it for views. They're doing it to get recognized. They're doing it to feed into the drama. That's not what this video is about, but you guys see it. You're smart. Like I said, you get it. I know you do. I see it every day. I go on Reddit. Hey, shout out to Beauty Guru Chatter. Yeah, I see it all the time, and I am sick of it. I'm sick of being part of it. You know, you see me put on full coverage foundation. You see me do that. You know my sign off? All that, you know who I'm normally talking to? Myself. Because I'm always saying bad things to myself in the mirror, and we all do it. So when Smacy and I were thinking of ideas to do for a collab, there were so many kind of tired ideas that came, more so I think probably from me. And then, you know, when I was thinking about her and how wonderful she is, and how, you know, she does lots of looks that are not typical beauty guru looks, and it's so fun. It's so fun to just do things that make you feel good, that make you feel good in your own skin, that you think are flattering on yourself, that kind of are more your personality. It's okay. You don't have to be cookie cutter. Whoever said that you have to be exactly like every other girl on Instagram who's trying to be noticed doing the exact same thing? I'm all about fake eyelashes, especially with winged eyeliner, but I'm gonna do it wrong, and I'm just gonna do mascara, but I'm gonna do my little trick, which I love this trick. I'm just taking the end. This is such a tiny end too. Like, what is that? Like maybe half an inch? Maybe half an inch off the edge of a pair of old eyelashes, and I'm just gonna put it right. See how that's gonna look? It's just gonna look like slight amount of volume. This is my new favorite thing. It looks so good. Also, if you're over the age of 35, well, first of all, if you're between 35 and 40, you should definitely be lying about your age, because that's not okay. It's not okay to be 35 to 40. You know, women go to die at that point in our lives. You're no longer beautiful after 35. I've never actually heard anybody say that, but don't you kind of get that impression sometimes because we're told not to do things over a certain age? And definitely if you are over that age, you should never do color. You should never do blue eyeshadow. You should never, ever do glitter. You really should not. And I'll let you in on another secret. Usually the harshest critic of ourselves is ourselves. I spent the last week kind of fretting over this video and thinking to myself, oh my goodness, Smacy is so amazing. I cannot possibly live up to whatever she's gonna do. So I was really scared to do this. I was really scared to film. But I was actually scared because, you know, I'm letting someone who I look up to intimidate me. And in no way was it her that was doing it. It was me. It was me that was putting that on her and on myself. Because I think she's so cool. And I want to, you know, I don't want to let her down. And I want her to think I'm cool. Of course, everybody still has that thing where, you know, you want to make friends. And you want to be the cool girl, don't you? Like, isn't it fun to be the cool girl usually? I used to say when I was in my 20s, the only time that I'm funny is when I'm accidentally funny. Because I just did not believe that I was a funny person. But you know what? I don't know what happened to me in the last year, but I've just gained so much confidence, and I think it comes with age. I really, really do. I think it comes with getting old. Older. I know, not old, but older. It comes with getting older. I have so much more confidence now. I'm about to turn 37 in a couple months. I have more confidence now than I ever have in my whole life. And the only person that was really keeping me down with me, for the most part, we all know there's societal pressures going on, but for the most part, I was my own worst critic, right? And I thought I needed to live up to these expectations. But when you let go of that and you start believing that you're okay as who you are, I'm funny. I'm really funny. I'm also really fun at parties. I have very interesting things to say. I have interesting things to contribute. I'm a good person who definitely screws up. Definitely. But I value myself more than I ever did before. I definitely do. And I think you guys are a huge part of that. You really are. I'm very serious. So thank you for that. Thank you for helping me become more confident in myself. Okay, back to the no glitter over 35. This is one of the most chunkiest, glitteriest highlighters that I've ever encountered. And also, it's super wet looking, which, yeah, you know, Instagram is going to tell you to do that, but they're also going to tell you that when you're this old, you should not be doing this. Okay, we're almost done. There's not a whole lot that I can do wrong. Although I'm skipping blush, because that's another thing that I've realized lately, that I really love the look of just bronzer on my skin. I love the way it looks, and I'm just skipping blush. Can you believe it, with my blush collection, that I'm skipping blush? I just want to say thank you if you've stuck around this long. I hope that my sarcasm wasn't too annoying to you in the beginning, because I didn't know how far over the top to take it there. But I think the point is made. I am so tired of trying to live up to something that somebody else says you should. Whether it's you, or whether it's somebody else, or whether it's just like an industry, like the beauty industry. And it really is a machine. And it's a machine that's trying to sell you stuff. And it's a machine that really wants you to play along. It wants you to think you're not okay. Because if you're not okay, you're gonna spend those dollars to make sure you feel okay. All of us want to be beautiful. All of us want to feel desired. All of us want to feel important. All of us want to just feel young and good, right? Like, that's fine to want those things. Just know that that isn't everything that makes you who you are. So this is the result of doing things wrong. I feel like this is my personality. I feel like I have my own kind of aesthetic, not really a word I normally use, but I don't know what other word to say. I feel like this is me, and I did so many things wrong, didn't I? But yet, I think I look great. I think I look really good. And I really, really hope that that's what you take away from this video, is that you are beautiful no matter how you do your makeup, no matter if you can't blend for shit. You are important. And that's it. This was half parody and half really serious, and thanks for hanging in with me. I can't wait to go see Smacy's video. She's amazing. If you haven't checked her out before, she's a really, really cool person inside and out, and she's a really cool person to follow for inspiration if you are the kind of person who wants inspiration for makeup. If you're not and you just want to do makeup, you know, the same way you've done it since high school, who the hell can tell you not to? So I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope that you're speaking kindly to yourself, especially when you look in the mirror. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.